We come here with bowed head and a heavy heart, and we are in mourning for the loss of our dear friend Kanan. Our friend Kanan, our dear friend Kanan. We actually learned his last name for the first time here. I'm losing it now. However, but this is a table rant, and this is our weekly power review.
This is a funeral.
And this is in memoriam of Kanan.
This is a celebrate.
It's a celebration of the homegoing of Kanan, who, as you may or may not know, has been becoming one of our favorite characters on the show. Started off not so much, and now he's finally just turning the corner, you know. And as we've been saying the last few weeks, the smartest character on the show has now been bested by the two pieces of shit that I hate the goddamn most. Tasha and Tyreek must die. They need to go. I am tired of them two. It is enough.
I thought we was gonna have a moment of silence.
We will have our moment, but I need to have my moment.
Don't yell at me.
Tyreek and Tasha deserve the worst. Although I will give them credit for being tactful in this endeavor.
They wasn't that tactful because Tyreek almost got. He almost got.
I just knew that our man
Kanan could have took him out.
I just knew that our man Kanan, you know, he was going to be the magical Negro that he is. We've been seeing him get lit on fire and stabbed and made it out, and I just knew that he was going to make it out this time.
But he even killed his own son. And didn't kill Tyreek. Hot mess, raggedy, bratty little self. Little brat.
I wish we could just turn back the hands of time and warn our brother Kanan that Tyreek is a snake. Not even a snake. Tyreek doesn't deserve to be a snake. That's an insult to snakes.
Kanan a snake too. So Tyreek learned to be snaky from the rattle himself. From the King Cobra himself.
I can't believe that he's gone. And you know, TV deaths, you know, they're really hard to get over. I'm still mourning the loss of Opie on Sons of Anarchy. I'm mourning can't think of somebody off the top of my head that I'm mourning. Jack Teller on Sons of Anarchy.
You ain't mourning if you can't think of who it is.
When you're mourning as much as I do, it's hard to the faces just all become blurs. You know, it's just so many faces, so many names.
That's not true mourning.
But I mean, we can get into this episode, man. Tasha and Tyreek finally they got Kanan, man. It looked like it actually hurt Tyreek to actually do it. I'll give his name's Michael Rainey in real life. I'll give him his credit. His face, his voice acting, like what he was saying verbally was trash. This episode.
There were some areas that I felt like I even said I was like the acting here is not great.
Yeah, but his faces were he was bringing it there. Like he looked genuinely scared when he was in the back of that police car, and the face he had, like you could see the conflict, like. How can I go against my mom versus the guy that hasn't, you know, for in his eyes. I mean, maybe not necessarily just in his eyes, because Kanan might not have. This is the only person that I've known that has never lied to me. Kanan might not have lied to Tyreek at all. I mean, I can't think of something off the top of my head, He might have bullshitted him a little bit, but not like a flat out lie.
He definitely has, because he lied about who he was off the rip from the jump.
Well, that was because Dre told him, you know. That was, you know.
Yeah, but the point is that he kept it going.
Yeah.
However, I will say that I feel like Kanan knew something was going to happen, because he even said, like, I don't think he knew that was going to happen, but he was like, you good? Like, don't let that sweat you, or don't sweat that. Like, don't trip about it, because I guess he thought he was tripping about what happened with trying to sell the drugs, but you could tell like he was reacting to more than just that, because then he brought up what's his son's name?
shit. Come back to me.
So
you know, at this point, I'm horrible with names.
Well, he brought up Kanan's son's name, and he was like, I mean, you killed your own son. And my thing is like, you keep on trying to be this bratty, like, ridiculous kid that's like, well, I just get all of these privileges and I want to struggle, so let me be mad because my parents lied. Like, your parents lying don't got no match to your parent killing you. And the reality is, that's what parents do.
Well, lie or kill it.
Parents gotta lie to the kids because it's some stuff. It's some stuff, as I've said before, biologically you can't take in yet. What you gonna do at 10 years old and your daddy telling you, yeah, you know I beat the block? Like, what? You don't know discretion at that age. You gonna go run tell that. So with that being said, that's what parents do. You will find out later. He just want to be in his feelings. So I feel like he should have known something was off, and I feel like he kind of knew something was off. But he looked at Kanan like he hated him when he was like, I don't know what he's talking about, officer. This is just my friend's dad. Like, he looked at him like, I hate you, you scum.
Yeah, and I think that was just the acting there was just like, his face was just like, you know, but I don't know if necessarily he was looking at him like he hated him. I think he was just so mad that he had to do it.
Like he smelled the most foulest fart ever.
So you telling me Kanan was in there tearing up that beans?
I'm saying that's how he looked.
Shout out to 50 Cent. If you're gonna write yourself into a show, make sure you die the best way possible. This man killed 3 cops. After they had his hands behind his back. He done broke the cop, like the cop's hole, shot the cop, shot the other cop. He might have killed 4 cops. There was 2 that pulled up on him, then that lady and that dude.
It was 4.
Yeah, it might have been 4. He killed 4 cops.
I appreciated that whole scene because I like the fact that in the meantime Tasha and Ghost are arguing and he's kind of like narrating like he's not gonna go down without a fight. And sure enough, you see bah, 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 bah. So I liked that whole scene.
Yeah, that was amazing. And when they uncovered him at the end, I was like, is that not him? Somebody answer us in the comments, but that didn't look like 50 Cent. I mean, of course he's a dead body, you know.
It looked like him when they showed him again at the end.
It was like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, if we find out that Kanan's still alive, Jesus fucking Christ.
Kanan went out like Cleo and set it off.
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna be in this car. I'm going out trying. Y'all coming with me.
Knowing this show, they're gonna find some ridiculous way to make Kanan still alive. I don't. But
no, at the end she said like we created him together, and so we were going to write him out together.
Yeah, well, we'll see. So.
Hang on.
I mean, I'm sure he'll come back in some type of like flashback, if anything, for sure. We'll see. You know, we'll see 50 Cent. I mean, you don't executive produce a TV show and not want to be on it. You know.
He might be getting ready to do something else in real life.
Well, I mean, he is supposed to be doing the BMF TV show, so we'll see. But anyway, so as far as this episode goes, a lot actually went down. It looks like something that kind of was for probably most of the reviews you see, or most of the people that are actually talking about this episode, where they're probably all going to talk about Kanan. But one thing that did happen that no one. It kind of breezed over. We see Dre. It looks like part of Ghost and Tommy's plan was to set up Dre and set up
Kanan.
Well, yeah, set up Kanan as the guy that had set up Dre. I can't remember. Goddamn, when we watched the.
They're supposed to be both getting set up.
They were setting some shit up, but Kanan wasn't supposed to die for one. Well, he wasn't supposed to get set up for Ray Ray's death. They were going to set up Dre for Ray Ray's death. And they were going to do it by putting the gun on Dre, whatever, or killing Dre. That's what it was. They were going to kill Dre and then set him up as Ray Ray's killer. And then they were going to have the head of the Jimenez cartel leader in the house, in his apartment. But they did they put the head in there, and then you see the cops coming in. So.
But the head wasn't in an apartment.
No, it was like in the club. It was like in a freezer or something. So
he set it up by talking about the fact that Dre was selling drugs out of his club.
Out of his club, yeah.
The apartment.
So we're gonna see because we didn't see Dre get arrested, but we did see like the cops rushing in.
Yeah, but the thing about this episode is it looked like so many like loose ends were finally getting tied and closed up. But 2 things happened that I did not like. No, 3. 1, Tasha is bad at acting when it comes to being around them cops. Her son's sitting there putting on an Oscar-winning
show.
I'm so sorry. And Tasha was like,
whatever.
He's sorry. Like, that's how she looked. And then here comes Angela as they're exiting. Like, you didn't think that maybe you should do this tomorrow or 3 days from now? Like, calculate yourself, girl. And then the last thing that I did not like, well, that happened, not that I didn't like it, was that they were tying all these loose ends, and then they finished off with like, but by the way, Proctor is out here and he telling on y'all.
No, what did Proctor do?
Because at the end, like, he had got a recording of talking to James.
Oh, right.
That's why he was like, you can talk to me.
Yeah.
Open up to me. And I was like, something ain't right by Proctor. And so did Ghost. Like, he noticed it. And that's why he was like,
you asking too many questions.
Well,
Have a good night. He was like, yeah.
No, he was just like, okay, thanks, Proctor. Like, he didn't say, like, you asking too many questions. And he was just like,
he was
okay,
looking
thanks.
at him like you're asking him.
And for the most part, he was ignoring him and had his head down. But then when he was like, well, Angela Valdez is helping him, I was like, dang, this girl just can't breathe. Just when she thinks she getting out of some shit, she putting her whole leg to the kneecap up in some more.
Well, I mean, and it's kind of foreshadowed by earlier in the episode, Tommy's baby daddy, father and his stepmom actually come over to have dinner with him and Lakeisha. And his stepmom actually kind of hints at it. She's like, look, listen, dating one of these type of guys, it's going to be a lot more hard than it is easy. And you see that tenfold with Angela and with Tasha, how much they have to go through just trying to deal with Jamie. So it's like
James.
Yeah, James. Or Ghost. If Tasha and Tyreek got anything to say with it, just call him Ghost in front of everybody. So I think.
But while you're talking about that, mention what you said when we first saw, when they first saw Keisha. What did you say?
Oh, well, because they're Italian, you know. Like, Italians normally don't like. Well, I won't say Italians in like as a whole race, but a lot of times in movies and TV shows, the mob does not like black people. And the first thing they say when they walk in was, "Do you have a cook?" So they kind of hinted at like, oh, at first I thought it was gonna be an issue because again, you see that stereotype a lot is that Italians don't like or mafia. In mafia movies, a lot of times they don't like black people. They quit to call them niggas on that.
But I guess we still shall see because they still were like, oh, like she's like hi and
right.
Like,
oh, okay. Yeah. Well, the dad didn't seem like he had an issue. He was like, whatever. He was like, oh, she's so beautiful. Remember?
No, he said the same thing, like, oh.
Yeah.
But then he was like, when he said, I don't know half of what I ate, but it was good. I said, she must put some good soul food on.
Right. I seen that mac and cheese on the table.
He know good and well. He knew what he ate.
I mean, if it was collards, they probably don't know what that is. Collards, maybe the real way you make sweet potatoes, they probably don't know.
I mean, I would have hoped that she didn't come and do like some ridiculous over the top greasy soul food meal. Like, you don't go that hard, and everybody don't eat pig feet and stuff, so I hope she ain't do nothing crazy like that, because I sure don't.
I mean, you think white people know about black eyed peas?
Yes, white people eat black eyed peas.
But they eat black eyed peas.
They eat black eyed peas.
Oh, I mean, so yeah. But I know they don't know about collards. Well, I won't say as a whole race, but a lot of times you tell a white person about collards, they're like, "What are collards?" You know what I'm saying? So
they eat collard greens. It's just they ain't putting bacon up in it with it,
or ham hock,
or ham hock,
or how my family wants to do now. All these years, they want to they want to stop eating pork, so they put a turkey neck in it. Like, bitch, just put the real shit in it. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, we'll get back to that later. So. As far as this episode goes, I gotta give it an A+. I mean, as much as it hurt to see Kanan go, he was turning a corner. He was becoming a fan, a household favorite, and they got rid of him. So it is a sad episode. It's sad to see him go. And all in all, though, I think that it was well written in the sense that we didn't see that coming. Like, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see him dying, at least, like on this episode. Maybe in like a few episodes later.
I just thought he was gonna get away and then be like trying to just ruin their lives. Yeah. But now I wonder, like all these things he did to set up his own.
You make his own empire.
Empire, sure. Connections and all these things that he made. I wonder what happens with that now. Like, do these people go back to Tommy? Does Tommy get back in the door with these people? Is it ruined for good? Like, what happened?
Because he definitely has set himself up with the Italians and the Serbians, and he might have somehow made a way to get back in good favor with the Mexicans. We don't know. Kanan was making moves, so
he was. It's interesting. They said at the end, like, he was teaching him chess. Little did he know. He checkmated him.
Yeah, he really did, and it sucks to see that a guy like Kanan would go down
because he was smart and calculated.
It would suck to see him go down to a piece of shit like Tyree, and I mean, I'll give Tasha her credit because she has shown that she has been very tactful on the show, but a fuck like Tasha, and I think 50 Cent or Kanan knew, like, when he was looking in the window, he was like, "You got me." Like that's probably why he didn't kill him. He was just like, you know what? I knew what you were. I knew that you were what you're going to become, and you got me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
one of those things, like, I knew you were gonna be good, but it seems like you're already better than I was.
Right. He was like, you know,
or better than I am now. So you're going to be better than I ever will be.
It's like, it was like a show of respect. The way he looked at him, like, good play. Like, I don't know if you ever played like your mom and dad like in chess or something like that, but. The first time I beat my dad in basketball, he was just like, oh, you know what? I can't even be mad. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're just like, oh, you know, you're on up. You got me. You got one on me. So it is what it is. It's just like, I think it's just like he seen him as a son that he didn't have. As we know, he wasn't really in his son's life because he was in jail all those years, and he had even made a mention that, like, his son was like a strong person like me and you were, meaning him and Tyree. So, and I wish we could have talked more about this episode, but it's just the Kanan dying was like it's the most important thing that happened actually. We can easily say this is the biggest death of this entire show. Easily.
Well, I just think the ending did a good job. I am a fan of cliffhangers to an extent. I like to leave them for other people. I don't really like them being left for me, but it definitely leaves you with something to look forward to. Because, you know, sometimes you're just like, all right, well, you know, just by muscle memory, I'm going to watch the show next week. Whatever show it is, not necessarily this one. So I think that this ending definitely gave a good reason to be like, okay, next week. And sure enough, with this ending, we definitely were like, this better not be how the show ends.
Oh my God.
So I hurried up and was scrolling on the app, like, okay, let me look at next Sunday for the upcoming. Like, please let there be something that says episode 9, because episode 8 cannot be the end.
Well, see, if this is the cliffhanger for episode, what does it say? 8?
This was 8.
If this is the cliffhanger for episode 8, imagine what the cliffhanger for the season finale is going to be this year. Hopefully it's Drake. Hopefully it's Tyree dying.
We were definitely hurt last week with the no power.
Oh, yes.
I was like, they having a bye week. We treat it like it's a sport.
Yeah.
They having a bye week.
Yeah, man. I mean, Power know what they're doing, man. They make sure they get us hooked right before football season, you know what I'm saying? So,
and then he spends the rest of the time like, I have to wait a whole year to see the show again.
Right. Like,
definitely good show.
Like, watching football is going to fill my power void. It does. But, so, all in all, tell us what you thought about this episode. We liked it, obviously. Hopefully next week they kind of tie up what we just saw. Hopefully we can get over the death of Kanan, and let's just end this table rant here on a moment of silence. A moment of silence
and our funeral clothes.
Yeah, right. A moment of silence for the death of Kanan. And I wish I could remember his last name right now, because they said it twice on the episode, and I was just like, that's his last name this whole time? Rest in peace to Kanan, man, and rest in peace to Tasha and Tyree.
Oh my gosh, I was with you for a minute. Get my hand back.
I know for facts they gotta die at this point. And if they don't, this whole show was a piece of shit. So
I just want to sign off with #, where is the youngest daughter? #, where?